Who's ready for another fun appetizer? Hello YouTubers and preppers, welcome to the channel. I'm Evita, Cooks and Preps. Making appetizers can be fun, easy, and inexpensive, and I'm gonna show you how. I have prepared for you my version of the Bola de Fuego, otherwise known as Fireball. And this recipe is so quick and easy to make that I'm gonna give you two different versions of the recipe, starting with this one. And what we'll need for the first one is some Spam, and I'm gonna use this one and reserve the maple flavored one for the next one. And I have here some of my pineapple filling, and you can find the full recipe and tutorial in the channel right up here. And I'm going to begin by mashing the Spam. This is actually a different brand. It's actually my mom's favorite brand, the only brand she would ever use, for many reasons. One being that it's less greasy. The other is that my mother is very faithful to the brands that she uses, and once she finds something she likes, she sticks with it for life. And I have to give it to her. This one is really less greasy. It's very noticeable. It is actually a very good brand, and like I said, I grew up eating this one. Now you can mash this using a fork, but if you're pressed for time, you can certainly use a food processor. The idea is to mince it or mash it finely. You don't want big chunks of the Spam. Okay, looks good. In a separate bowl, I'm going to add the softened cream cheese. I'm using a full-fat cream cheese for this, but if you like, you could use a low-fat cream cheese. That will work too. And to the cream cheese, I'm going to be adding the mashed Spam. And of course, this will be a lot easier if we use the food processor. It'll take just a few seconds, but I want to show you that you can do this by hand. Once it's blended, I'm going to be adding the pineapple, which is the reason why they call these fireballs or Bola de Fuego. The pineapple gives it the appearance or the illusion that it's on fire. Okay, once you have the cheese nicely incorporated, you can start adding the pineapple. And the amount of pineapple you use is going to depend on how sweet you want your fireball. I'm using my pineapple filling for this one, but you could use pineapple jam or crushed pineapples. You could also use sugar-free jam, and it will be perfect if you're looking to cut down a little bit on the calories or the sugar. I'm going to be separating this mixture into two equal parts because I'm going to be making two separate platters. If you're using this dip for a party and you have more than one table, you can certainly make the fireballs different sizes and just make individual trays for each table. These make the perfect party platters, and as you can see, it's very easy to make, and you can easily get about 4 fireballs out of each batch. Okay, to finish, I'm going to take some of this cling wrap, and I'm going to divide this into 2 equal parts. And we're going to form it until you got it, a ball. To the next one, this one we'll be making with the maple flavored Spam, and for this version of the recipe we're going to make it so that it is 100% true to its name, Fireball. Here's our softened cheese. To the cheese I'm going to be adding the Spam that we've mashed. See where we're going with this one? Only with this version, I'm gonna stay true to its name, Fireball, and I'm gonna make this one spicy. By now you should know that in my family they like things spicy, so obviously I'm going to be making a spicy version of this dip, which in fact is not a dip, it's more of a spread. To this one I'm adding some blackberry spread. and some red pepper jelly, as well as a teaspoon of red chili flakes. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a spicy one. The jam and the spread is going to add a nice contrast to the cheese and the saltiness of the Spam. You're still gonna get a nice little kick from the chili flakes and the red pepper jelly. I know it doesn't look that hot, but just give it a minute and you'll see. And if you wanna make this a little bit more interesting and you wanna add a little bit of a bite to it, you can add some chopped walnuts or pecans, some almonds, maybe some pepitas or pumpkin seeds. Now this is what our little cute fireball looks like after a couple of hours in the refrigerator. To finish it, we're going to need the serving platter, and I'm using this cute little wine platter. And since I'm making a pineapple fireball, I have a fresh slice of pineapple that I'm going to be using to center the fireball. I think you see where this is going, and it's going to be so pretty. As you can see, the pineapple is nice and fresh. I picked up that pineapple this morning, and I've had to do everything in my power to keep everybody away from it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the center of the pineapple, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the pineapple rind for more of an aesthetic purpose. Okay, and now for the big reveal. I'm going to unwrap the fireball. The plastic helps quite a bit. So because it's nice and cold and chilled, it should be no problem to mold it. And I'm gonna take the rest of my pineapple filling and top the fireball with it. Now, if you want, you can crush the pineapple. I just think that it looks prettier this way. I'm gonna take a little bit of the pineapple filling syrup and drizzle it over the top, which is essentially the reason why we call this a fireball, because of the bright yellow color of the pineapple, and the glossiness from the syrup gives it the illusion of a fire. But no matter what you call it, this appetizer is absolutely stunning, beautiful, and delicious. Traditionally, my family serves this appetizer with some Ritz crackers, which is pretty basic. I have some Ritz toasted chips, and these are the veggie flavor. That's what I'm going to be using to serve this one. And I'm also going to be using some of these roasted garlic Triscuits, which are delicious. I make this platter for the boys usually around Valentine's Day. I keep it very simple. I always include the boys in our Valentine's. My husband and I don't mind at all having them around. In fact, it makes it fun. Family is very important to us. And I also want to show you how I like to serve the second fireball, which happens to be my take on this recipe. For more beautifully delicious and easy appetizers like this one, consider subscribing to the channel, like, share, and comment for the YouTube algorithms, and activate the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And until next time, I'm Evita, cooks and preps. Bon appetit! You really have to try it.